Hello, my name's Trismegistus, and this is Stardew Valley. Day 14. Day 14 is the end of the second week. It is also Hayley's birthday, so we will attempt to give Hayley a present. The only present we really got that Hayley likes is daffodils. So I will go and grab one of those from the chest outside. Let's check the weather first. So, clear and sunny day all day tomorrow. Fortune teller. Oh, I see a glimmer within the sky. Oops. Spirits feel neutral today. Okay, so it doesn't really make a great deal of difference. Greetings, Queen of Sauce. What we got today? Coleslaw. Didn't we already do that? You already know to cook coleslaw? That's odd. I didn't think you got repeats until the second year. So, we need to give the axe. We need to do. We might as well do the oyster because, as far as I remember, Hayley tends to be either in her house or up at the fountain in spring. The fountain outside the community centre that is. So, going to the community centre, we might as well drop off that oyster. And what were we going to give Hayley? We're going to give Hayley a daffodil, weren't we? Okay, so if I pop those, should we try and do Robin first? Yeah. So what we actually need to do first is dig up that seed because it could pox up our. I didn't explain, did I? The reason you might want to say hello to your cat, pet or dog, if you pick dog, it doesn't actually matter, is that they level up friendship in the same way that the town residents do. Now that doesn't, unlike the town residents, where as you level up friendship, they'll actually start giving you stuff, and also you get the heart events, and for some of them, of course, you can marry them. So these look like they have sprouted, these strawbs. So that trick did seem to work. Yeah, unlike the residents, you don't gain anything as such. But when you get assessed for how well, in quotes, you've done in the year, it counts whether you've managed to maximise your friendship with your pet. And if you have, that you get more points in the way it calculates the assessment. Well, might as well take that with us. I'm just trying to think whether we should then go mining or go fishing. I think mining. See if we can get down 5 levels. There's a horseradish over there, might as well go and grab that while we're waiting for... Oh, and a leek. Let's see the leek. So we're quite early. Should we say hello to Linus just while we're here? Alright, so I was throwing rocks at my tent last night. I just had to wait it out. Oh, you poor bugger. Shall we give him another horseradish? There we go. This is a great gift, thank you. Let's see if that actually boosts his hearts. So he's already got 1 heart now, you see. And we've not done the whole birthday thing. I could actually just poke my head down there. Just give an advance warning. So she opens at 9. Yep. Let's go and say hello to her. Hey, you found my axe. What a relief. I almost chopped my toe off with the other one I was using. Thank you. Shall I show you what she's selling? So one of the things you can do is you can upgrade your house. So that costs a mighty 10 grand. These are one of the reasons a bit of min-maxing helps. Helps you gain, because 10 grand's a lot of money, and you can only do any of the recipes once you've upgraded your house, because you need a kitchen. So if you want to do cooking as a thing, then you know you need 10 grand. So I've also looked at the shop. So the calendar, I think I mentioned this. There's the calendar. It's very expensive, so we won't be buying it yet. But that allows us to check the calendar at home. You can put that up at home, and you can then see. So you've got all these recipes that you can buy for stuff. One of the achievements which I have, and I'm one of only 0.34% or something of players who've got it, is to craft everything. You know, craft everything that's available. Now that might have changed, actually, thinking about it. Now that the latest updates are out, in that it might have changed in that, you know, there are more items to build. But as I say, I'm one of only a very small proportion, which, given it's sold millions of copies, is actually quite a big number of people, but have actually got that achievement. Construct. This is the other thing. So we can't actually do this because we've not got the stuff. But here is how you build. So you remember she talked to us about the wells, so that's where you can get water. So that is absolutely pointless. Just because sprinklers are, you know, why would you not use sprinklers? The silo. This is how you feed your animals during the winter. What it does, and also on rainy days, because normally they go out and eat grass, and the silo will store hay for you. So as you scythe grass, there's a chance it will generate hay, and that hay lives in the silo. And then during the winter, you can put hay down that they'll eat rather than the grass. Now, you don't actually have to feed your animals, okay? A bit like the cat, where you don't have to water it and you don't have to pet it. You don't have to pet. I mean, you can pet the animals to increase the heart levels, as I was mentioning before, and that gets you better, you know, quality of goods from them. And similarly, if you feed them, that boosts their happiness as well. But you don't have to do it. They won't starve, and you don't have to feed them at all. They will just literally live there. But then, you know, they're obviously not happy about not being fed. The mill is a way of converting wheat into flour, because it was introduced in an earlier update. Because the basic point was you weren't able to make everything. You had some of the stuff you had to buy. There was no way to make flour. I think it also does sugar. I'm not 100% on that as well. And the shed is just literally an empty building, and you can put loads of stuff in it. We'll be buying a few sheds so that we've got some places to put our kegs and things, so that we can brew. I think I've decided I'm going to try and do a sort of a brewery. It'll be maybe year 3 or something before we really do that. Cabin. Cabins are where you put how you make your game multiplayer. That's interesting. And then you've got a selection of cabins, because you can have up to 4 players by default. The stable is the horse. We will get the horse at some point. It's massively useful. And this was a slime hutch where I was telling you about that you can farm slimes. It is so pointless. I did it in one of my earlier playthroughs. It has so little point to it. One of the things it does, though, you can get a particular type of black slime that will, when you kill it, it drops coal. But the time and expense it takes to do that is just, you know, so pointless. And the cost of building this slime hutch. Shipping. This must have come in the newest update. So you can put a new shipping bin down. I wonder if that means if I can. So I can show you this interface. Actually, this is how you do. What you would normally do is move around. So presumably I could click on. So that you would. I mean, we'll actually do it because at some point we'll have to build some of these buildings. But so you can do coops are where you store or where chickens, bunnies, and ducks live. Barns are where chicken, bunnies, and ducks. Oh, well, there is another one, but hopefully we'll do that. It's a bit of a random chance one. Barns are for sheep, goats, pigs, and cows. Yeah, they'll all happily share the buildings. You don't have to worry about. Oh, it didn't collect our reward, did it? There you go. You don't have to worry about having, you know, one for pigs and one for sheep or anything like that. They will happily share the same barn or coop even. And we may, I mean, to be honest, I need those items to do the community centre. I'm not sure about really doing farming in this particular playthrough. It's a bit of a ball ache. Although I understand you can now get auto scratchers and auto feeders. Well, you can always get auto feeders with the highest level of barn. But say I understand you can now get sort of auto petters. I think, so that you don't really even have to bother, and perhaps auto milkers and stuff. Maybe I'm not sure about that. So Hayley's not by the fountain. I'll have a look and see what this rando quest is. Need iron bar for a project I'm working on. Sam. Because we've got an iron bar. I think we'll take that and we'll see if we can get an iron bar to him while Hayley's doing whatever Hayley's doing. Because that iron bar was was just, oh, we got daffodils as well. 3 daffodils, crikey. So we'll grab this iron bar. Actually, how many of these do I actually have? I want to keep a couple, say, because the sort of wild flowers are all we can really give people at the moment. So if I have sort of 3 and yeah, that'll do. I can always flog them later on. They don't lose value or anything. So we've got an iron bar, so that we can give. Oh, daffodil we wanna see if we can give to Hayley. So we want to sell them. See if Hayley has appeared. She should be, I hope, heading up to the fountain. We can check her house if not. No. Let's go and see if she's in our house. Ah, here she is. My sister is so weird. Sometimes I wonder if we're actually related. I thought there was going to be a second one there. You remembered my birthday! I'm impressed. Thanks. And we will see if we can find Sam. See, I'm not really planning to do much this episode. In terms of... there's Sam, but I can't get into his room, can I? Yeah. So I'm just thinking how I might get at him. Once you're high enough level, you can get in to the rooms. I think he leaves sort of... Well, he must leave at some point, otherwise that'd just completely block off that whole thing, wouldn't it? So yeah, we were going to get a backpack. Purchase for 2,000. You got the large backpack. Your inventory space has increased to 24, so we've now got a whole extra row of inventory space, which is going to be massively helpful. I'm actually wondering, I think I said I was going into town, wasn't I? What I might do instead is, I can buy an apricot. Yeah, so I'm going to buy that and go and plant that. I might plant some more potatoes. They take 6 days from memory to mature. So if I plant another row of those, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, because it's not taking too long to let's say hello to Louis, shall we? I've been mayor in Pelican Town for over 20 years. No one ever runs against me. You see how this is exactly the same dialogue? Like being mayor. I sometimes wonder if he's out. I wonder why he stands here. I'm struggling to make ends meet. I don't have enough patience. I guess I should try to get patience from the neighbouring towns. Okay, so we will plant another row of potatoes. Which we'll put there. So that then gives us, what's that? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, no, that's too many potatoes. Oops. And the real question is where we should put our apricot tree, because we don't want it in the way. We need it in a place where all 9 squares are free. We don't want to put it anywhere that's going to be in the way. I'm thinking maybe we put it over here. And it would need to be there, I think. So we will, what we're going to do, I think we may go see if we can get Sam again. Go around the beach to do a forage around there. Go around the, you know, the woods area. See if we can do some forage there. Should we just say hello to a few people? Ah, there he is. Oh, I stepped in something gross earlier and I just bought these shoes. So he wants an iron bar. Yeah, there we go. Hey, thanks a million, Trismegistus. I should have known you'd be the one to take the job. 360 gold. Nice. I can't remember how much they're actually worth, the iron bars. Hello, I hope your new farming life is panning out as you'd hoped. Ooh, lots of forage on the beach. Can we... I think he's gone, is he? Is it too late? Ah, well, he is here. Purchase high quality fishing rod, you'll be able to attack, bait and tackle to the line. Attach bait and tackle to the line. Bait causes fish to bite faster. Tackle can make your job a lot easier when reeling fish in. So I don't think we have enough money, do we? Oh, we do. Only just. We can actually sell these to him. I shouldn't have done that. I bet that was a community centre one, wasn't it? To push us up a bit. So we'll buy the fiberglass rod. Now, there is a sort of a weirdness with this one, in that you can't... So, like, you know, the Adventurers Guild, actually we could do that while we're sort of doing random rubbish tasks. We could sell that sword. But we could take the fiberglass rod up there. But you can't get rid, or you can't sell him the bamboo rods. So, well, what I'm saying there is, at the Adventurers Guild, you can sell them your weapons. Yeah, so if you know... Well, like we did, we bought that weapon, but you can sell it. Now, you don't get much for them, but it means you don't clog up, you know, inventories. But rods, from what I can tell, you can't sell them, and you can't, you know, get rid of them as such. Now, there are ways to get rid of things in the game. Bit of copper off. They're a bit cheaty, or they're a bit weird, because when NPCs are walking, they will path through things, so you can put things in their way, and they will destroy them. Today I'm just going to relax and think positively. Do you ever take a day off? Nope. think. Oh, so we've only got three bits of stuff, haven't we? Okay. Shall I show you? So I can't. Can I get rid of that? Oh, I can! I wonder if they changed that. You didn't used to be able to get rid of it. Huh, that's interesting. So I'll pop it to the Adventurers Guild. Sell back this wooden sword. So we've got the steel small sword. The silver sabre is a much better sword, obviously, and it's what we're probably going to aim for to get next. You see, it does 8 to 15 damage, where it doesn't actually say. With +1 defense, and that does 4 to 8 damage. So it's guaranteed 2 more damage, sort of thing. It's faster, but the damage is more useful. Should I have a quick fish? Was I going to do anything particularly? Don't think I was. So we might as well whack them in our inventory so we don't forget about them. So, while I'm stood here, was there anything else I thought I should do? No, I don't think so. Shouldn't have done that. Reflexively click the button. Oh yeah, so I might as well show you. So how you put this on is you literally just right click it on. You can also get, there's a whole load of, I don't know if it'll show us any, because I don't think we've leveled up enough. You can build various lures and attachments essentially for the rod. To build bait, we got the recipe, don't we? You basically convert bug meat into bait. We can also build a bin. Bait bin? No, I can't remember. No, I can't remember what it's called. It's basically a bin. Oh, CD. And it generates. Does it generate bait or does it generate bug meat? I think it generates bait. Yeah. And it's like a random number between sort of 1 and 5 or something each day. So you set a couple of them going, and you get a steady stream of what's that? 2 to 10 bits of bait. Each day. It soon adds up. Oh, more bait. So all I'm doing is picking it up, right clicking on it, and it drops it on. It automatically uses it, so you notice now we've got 8 bits of bait. I think they hold something silly like 999 as a maximum. And every time you cast it uses one up, so these green algae and whatever is basically just a waste of bait as well. But it increases the hit rate. So you can imagine that if you take a lucky food, you aim for bubbles, you use the maximum level of rod and have both bait and an appropriate lure on, you're basically pounding through hits. So you know it does get to a point where you are, you cast your rod out, you get a hit. Cast your rod out, you get a hit, and you can get more fish than you can carry really in quite a short period of time, which is good. It's a bit like being OP in a sense. How are we doing for time? Oh, it's 11 o'clock. Okay. Pop that back. We got CD, didn't we? And pop that in there. So we have run out of coal. So what we therefore need to do is sell all of these, sell that. We're going to keep the seaweeds. Yeah. Sell that, keep that. Sell. Might as well keep a daffodil. So we've got something to give to people. So we want to put that in there. I can't remember if that's used in a recipe or not. No, not sure. Can you remember? Oh, actually, we could put that away and grab that. Ready for tomorrow. Should get a nice little haul of casherolas. Did we pet? Yeah, we did. Okay, so yeah, okay. Here we go. Here's our crab pots. We will go and put one up. We will. I think I can craft with what I've got. I have a feeling I need iron though. Yeah, I think I need iron. This Dish of the Sea is the one. I'm pretty sure that one is the one that boosts your fishing level. See, 600. And we only spent a couple of hours doing it. We didn't spend very long. Bunch for the foraging. Okay, let's head for beautiful sunny day tomorrow. We need 2 grand, I think, to upgrade a tool. We really want to upgrade the hoe or preferably the watering can. I keep wanting to call it a washing machine. Potato, okay, bad luck day. Salmon Berry season. Now I think that actually starts tomorrow, doesn't it? All across the countryside, bushes are teeming with juicy little berries, and they're free for the taking. Harvesting them is a great way to earn some extra cash. Now, what we will actually do, we will harvest them, but we will keep them as a food reserve, and literally they last all year. So I'm pretty sure Salmon Berry actually start being available tomorrow. But we'll have a blast round because we can go and do geodes and things like that to see. Have a look round. I know. Hello, dear. I know you're just getting started as a gardener, so I wanted to give you a little tip. Most crops only grow in one season. When summer arrives, your spring crops will all die out. So plan ahead. Have we got anything we can? Nope. Okay. He's not ready yet. Okay. The tappers, by the way, take absolutely ages before they start producing anything. In fact, I'm pretty sure it works on a sort of a system where you know, the first crop, that first, you know, harvest takes longer, and then it's a shorter period each time, I think. Let's say hello to you. Yeah. Okay, so I'm actually going to dig that up. It is blatantly obvious when the salmon berries are ready. It's not something you can sort of miss. So it's not a lucky day. So what we will do, is we will go mining, or we will head off with the intent of going mining. We'll probably get distracted and do a load of other rubbish. But we will head over to Clint. Yeah, we'll head over to Clint via the forest at the bottom, because that is the best way of checking to see whether there are salmon berries. So I think it actually... Oh no, here we go. Here's salmon berries. So what you have to do to harvest them, and we'll actually pop them over here, is right click on the plant. Salmon berry start harvest season lasts, I can't remember, I think it's 3 days? And there are perks you can pick, you know, once you've leveled up, that mean you get twice the number of... Well, it applies to all foraging actually, but these count as foraging. But you get twice the number of crops, twice the number of items when you do a harvest. And as our forage skill actually increases, we will get better quality salmon berries. You obviously start with basic ones. You can also, I mean, you can turn them into jam and or jelly, as they say in the States, and wine, and that's a fairly productive thing to do, because I mean, you have a fairly high resource cost for building the what do you call them? Tools for making jam and wine. But of course, these salmon berries are completely free, and you're taking something. I might sell one just to show you how. I mean, they're worth virtually nothing. But the basic economy of these. So it's a bit weird when you really think about it, but it's been done, you know, because it's a game, and it's creates a sort of a system that the guy. Another horseradish. The guy wanted basically. So if you sell the raw ingredient, obviously, there's the various quality levels, and they do impact the price, as you've seen. But as you develop and acquire the tools, etc., you get the ability to make, jams and. Should I go down here? No, can't be asked for one clam. You can make jams and jellies, and they're worth quite considerably more, and you can actually level up or get perks that make them even better. The amount of money you get from them. Processing geodes. Ooh, dwarven helmet. Oh, bit of copper. Okay. We can donate that, can't we? Yeah, that increases the value of them further. And so, growing things and then converting them into jams and jellies and wines and beers and stuff is very productive, is very valuable. Should we put these here? Yeah, so that is, you know, worth doing. But cooking with them, so converting them into dishes, is not worth doing because the cost of the ingredient, or the amount you can get just for the raw ingredients, generally speaking, far outweighs what you would get simply by selling the raw ingredients. Another daffodil over here, and therefore you end up with this. There's another salmon berry over there. This slightly, you know, weird economy that converting things into jams and, I mean, wine you can sort of understand, but you know, if you convert something into a jam or a pickle or whatever, that's a worthwhile exercise. But turning it into an actual food and, you know, running things as a restaurant isn't worth doing, which of course is a strange system, really, when you think about it. Ooh, wiggly worms as well. Okay. Have we got any more salmon berries? So we've got 17 there, you see. So each one of these is worth 25 energy and 10 health. So not brilliant on the health front, but 25 energy is huge, really. So whack all of that in there. Yeah, so that's 25 energy. We only have 270 energy. Yeah, so that's was it 25? So yeah, I mean that's we've leveled up. So it started at 250 or something. So it's 1/10 of your energy. So we've got an entire new energy bar and a half there. What level are we at? 21. Okay. It looked like level 0. Oh, down we go. Oh, we got a thingy straight away. Eventually, you sort of have to upgrade your pickaxe for the mines because the number of strokes, number of hits it takes to do the various ores increases significantly. Come here, you little bleeder. So when you're down here, you're looking out for weird rocks as well. So that's a topaz. Yeah, you have to. I mean, well, you don't have to, but unless you do, you can get down to a level, and it would take your entire time in the mine to just mine one, gold basically, because you have to hit it so many times. And you'd be using up loads of energy to do that. Ooh, lots of ores over here. So yeah, I mean, when we get to doing gold, I mentioned this already. It starts off as copper. Wow, look at all those. So these are bound to turn into bugs, I think. Oh no, we were lucky. Oh, not lucky. Skill and talent, obviously. Oh, and we got a ladder. It wasn't a lucky day today, was it? Oh, it was a bit rubbish. Bet there's a Dougie in that. Another Dougie. Yeah, here we go. Oh, and another one. Mentioned this before, a bit of a pain in the arse to find the Dougies. Diggity duggity. Yeah, no more ore or anything. I've only got one coal so far though. painful. Well, maybe we'll get something in all of these barrels over here. You can also see instantly with the backpack, you know, I'm not having to chuck stuff away yet. And I got a whole row of extra things I can, you know. Come on, bits of coal, come on. Ah, some coal, yeah, nice. Only 3 there. In later levels, there's a particular monster. No, there's nothing interesting over there. There's a particular monster. I think they're called dust sprites. They remind me actually of the Studio Ghibli. How do we all say Ghibli now? Ghibli? Ghibli? Ah. Remind me of the dust mites in my neighbour Totoro. Again, I don't know how we all pronounce that nowadays. Certainly in for me, horribly mangled English. I'm sure no Japanese person. And the Dougie, nice. Have a bit of that, you little mole. Oh, I thought we had a ladder. Okay, no. How are we doing on time? Loads of time. I doubt I... Ooh, Omnigeode. Nice. Oh, and a ladder. Getting a bit short on energy. I'll leave it for a bit though. Oh, and there's a crab lad. And we got a cherry bomb out of him. See, I mean, I've collected loads of shit. Oh, and there's our ladder again. See, now I thought these were topazes. So what's in this? Now that is a topaz. So what? That's interesting. I thought the purple ones were something else, but that appears to be topaz as well. So we're very nearly out of energy. Can I finish this rock? Yeah. So let's have a salmon berry. And you can see it's gone up. Well, it's not gone up a lot, but this is a completely free foodstuff. Well, I mean, we've had completely free foodstuffs before, haven't we, with foraged businesses. But you'll see we'll get loads of them, because next few days we'll go around and do salmon berries, basically. Loads of ore here. Shame we haven't got more coal. How are we doing on time? 11 o'clock we want to be. Depends a little bit now on how... Oh, there's a doggy. It is 11:30, so we will do this. Another bloody fly. No. Okay. We're running a bit late. Leave them on. So yeah, I mean we got 5 extra levels there. Am I gonna go and no, I'm not. No. We will head home. Because we're going to get home again later than 1 o'clock. But now we've got salmon berries, you see. Oh, and the horseradish. Yeah, so now we've got salmon berries. That'll be a very easy way for us to recuperate energy. We don't have to fart around with field snacks or any of that rubbish. I'm going to see what I can throw away. What I wanted to show you was that what one salmon berry would get us. Is it worth selling anything else here? We can sell these topazes, because we've got 2 of them already. And I want to keep earth crystals, we might as well sell quartz. Probably want to keep everything else. Well, I can sell the green algae, I think, because we've got a bunch of them. Yeah, okay. It's mostly useful stuff this time from the mine. Is the honest truth. Go to sleep. Yep. Okay, so that was 15th of spring. Got a few pennies for these topazes. Not worth a lot. But yeah, so that was the 15th of spring. And that is it for this episode. If you've been watching, I hope you've enjoyed it, and you might consider coming back for another one. I've been Trismegistus. This has been Stardew Valley. Thanks for watching. Cheers.